Can't tell you the number of comments I've received and read in regards to Chinese watches, and most of them have honestly been very negative. Well, my friends, if you are a hardcore Swiss watch fan and think that the parts and assembly of your watch are all done in Switzerland, I'm sorry to break it to you, but for the most part, they're not. In fact, China is more involved than you think, but of course you wouldn't know that because there's a lot of NDAs that have been signed and the Swiss will never admit to it in fear it would jeopardize their reputation or the consumer's perception of their brand. As most of us know, not everything that's made in China is low quality, nor an homage of another product. Let me introduce you to CIGA Design, in particular their Series U Blue Planet. This is the first Chinese watch to have ever won the 2021 GPHG award. Now, the GPHG is like the Oscars of the watch world, so this is a big deal. In fact, this Chinese watch brand has won the most international designs award, 17 to be exact. In 2021, it was selected as one of the world's top 3 design awards, along Apple and Bulgari in the watch jewelry category. And this is the first Chinese watch in history to be featured in a permanent collection in one of the largest museums in Switzerland, the Geneva Museum of Art and History. So yeah, this watch is definitely cool and I feel very fortunate to be reviewing it. So full transparency, this watch was sent into the channel. I get to keep it. However, just like with every single review, the company has no say in my opinions of the watch. For starters, let me talk about the packaging. It's super well thought out and is very artistic, unlike any other watch box / packaging I've ever experienced. That alone should prepare you for what's to come. Before we cover the watch, this is how CIGA Design describes the watch, and I quote, "Time originates from the Earth revolution and rotation. A circle of the Earth rotation represents a day in our lives, just like the Earth engravement inside the dial, rotating hour by hour until the day passes. We use micro-carving tech to rebuild the landform of our Earth. You can feel the greatness of the mountains, the oceans, and other natural elements throughout this little Earth on your wrist. And it also reminds us to protect the natural world on the Earth." End quote. Okay, now that we got that out of the way, let's get into the specs of this piece. The entire case is constructed of 316L stainless steel. The case measures in at 46 millimeters by 46 millimeters, excluding the crown. Thickness comes in at 15 millimeters. It has 22 millimeter lugs, an AR sapphire crystal, and the watch is water resistant to 30 meters. The entire case is brushed. This watch is also offered in a titanium case, and that's going to run you about $200 more. The finishing and tactile feel are pretty good, and the lack of polishing really lets the dial pop. The entire case is shaped like a UFO, and the symmetry is broken by that 6 millimeter crown located at the 3 o'clock. That AR dome sapphire crystal, as far as I can tell, really doesn't create any distortion, so you can really enjoy that beautiful dial distortion free. Describing the dial and how to tell time is simple yet very complex. The Earth is located right in center, and honestly it's breathtaking in person. It's really well finished. The static clock dial and dynamic minute dial simulate the rotation of the Earth, realizing the function and indicating the hours and minutes. So there's a little compass on the globe, and the outer point is the arrow by which the time is read. An automatic caliber fully rotates the globe on the watch once every 12 hours so that the compass points at the correct hour on the outermost ring. So the outermost ring does not move. The ring in between and the actual globe are the ones that do. So these in essence act like the minute ring, and its rotation has been engineered so that the point on the globe always points to the correct minute. I know, a little confusing, but after some time you'll get used to it. The blue used to simulate our oceans is bright and has some sparkle to it. The dynamic layers used to resemble land are done very well, and under a macro lens you can appreciate the craftsmanship, and honestly the dial is one of the best I've seen at this price point. However, I would have loved to see some lume, but unfortunately there is none on this dial. Since this watch tells time in a very unique way, it naturally required a new movement. In collaboration with Chinese movement manufacturer CIGA Design has developed a 30 joule automatic movement with a gear train that allows the model's display. The movement features a 40-hour power reserve, an accuracy of -15 plus 30 seconds per day, and perlage on the plates with a customized rotor with striping. The movement can be seen in all its glory through the screw-down display caseback with the text celebrating the Blue Planet's 2021 GPHG win. Let me tell you about the FKM strap. It's incredibly soft, but it does have some weight to it. It features a quick release system and a stainless steel buckle that has been signed with the company logo. I wish more watch companies would offer nice rubber straps like this. The strap feels very supple on my 6 and 7/8 inch wrist at 17.43 centimeters, and since this watch has a 22 millimeter lug width, well, I had to try it on a number of different straps. I like the versatility of the watch. I mean, I didn't really think this watch would look good on any other strap aside from the blue one, but I think I was wrong. Let me know what you guys think. Nonetheless, I think the OEM strap works best with the overall theme, and since it's so comfy, it's just going to live on that strap for now. So what do I think of this $999 watch? Well, in the looks department, I like it. It's unlike anything I've ever experienced, but I'm sure glad I did. I've never imagined myself wearing a UFO-shaped watch that displays the time via our Earth with the help of a compass and a rotating disc. But hey, once you've experienced a lot of normal-looking watches and you have been in the hobby for a minute, it is very refreshing to try something new. I think that the GPHG award was well deserved, and I'm glad the Swiss let a Chinese company into the party. The overall look and feel of the watch, or should I say art piece, definitely feels premium. I think the biggest thing the collectors need to overcome is the made in China stigma. As previously discussed, not everything made in China is bad, and this, my friends, is proof of that. Now, I do have some constructive criticism or things I would like to see on the watch. For instance, more water resistance. I mean, 30 meters is cool and all, but 100 meters would have been better. I would love to go swimming in this watch. Furthermore, a little lume would have been nice, especially if applied on the numerals, and maybe some in the actual Earth. It could resemble that view you get, when you're on that airplane looking down. Yeah, that would have been pretty cool. However, the watch is cool and it gets a pass for me. So if you're deep into watches like I am, this will make for a very cool addition to your collection. Let me know what you think of this watch. Would you actually rock it? Thank you so much for the continued support. Take care and stay humble.